Hello everyone, welcome back. Here is a video on Kizuna Mugiwara Brook. These first three teams all use 2 boosters, but for most of these teams, the booster on my team can be replaced by any other unit. So if you got any other booster, you could just replace Frankie, whom I have, with any other booster. The friend captain also shouldn't really matter for these first 3 teams, except maybe one of them, but I will talk about them in the video. As in here, Robin, this team is self-sufficient. You only need the Roger, Boa, Sabo and Ace, and Mihawk. Since Boa will provide a defense down and a conditional, Sabo and Ace will remove all the debuffs, give an affinity boost, and an orb boost. They are such a valuable unit. Roger and his super type will get around this barrier I lagged here. I really don't know the cause of that. Oro Jackson, just 1.6 times ship. You can really use any ship. Roger, really nice for this Kizuna since he gives Psy characters super type, and all the boosted characters are Psy this time around. And the boosted characters for Kizunas are always super effective against all types, meaning that Roger's super type just allows the boosted characters this time to do additional 25% damage. For special order, you really can't use Boa before Sabo and Ace, so that's not a big deal. Since Sabo and Ace give an orb boost and a much larger orb boost for more characters, you want to use them before Boa. And this team, Robin's already hitting for 100 million with Frank. Okay, whatever. On to the next team, no supports, I believe, if I saw that correctly just now. Odin needed to trigger Roger's super type, as well as just providing Wano orbs for the team. For this team, it does look like Frankie's chain boost was used to increase damage, so you can replace Frankie with any other chain booster, or you can remove the chain coefficient debuff. This team does not actually remove that debuff, I'm just realizing. So I believe there's the booster Usopp gets rid of that. So maybe you want for maximum damage, you want to run a friend captain Usopp, or if you manage to pull him yourself, put him on the team. So Frankie and Usopp are quite good here. You want to prioritize them for damage later on. In the early stages, it really does not matter. Unless it's a very impactful debuff, such as attack down or percent damage reduction. Or just despair. But then again, these teams use Roger, you really don't get despair as Roger. Attack with Odin first to get the chain boosts going. Similar damage to the last team. Now for this third team, I did make a few mistakes in team building, and I ran out of booster friend captains, so I cannot record anything new. If you have a friend captain Robin here, you could probably... yeah, it doesn't really work. It's pretty complicated. Because Sugar and local sea monster have some redundancy, they are both orb boosters, and you kind of want to use local sea monster here because he's perfect, or she, because you get rid of the threshold as well as getting an orb boost on the next stage if you hit 3 perfects. I avoided hitting 3 perfects here because Sugar's orb boost is just more powerful. Yeah, very complicated because Frankie really does not do much here. Kuja Pirates 50,000 HP or higher, you get a guaranteed conditional. Frankie does provide a chain boost, but it's also again redundant with Sugar's chain boost. So really what you could do is just replace Frankie. Okay, so the mistakes I made here. Nami's affinity boost does not boost the entire team, however her cooldown reduction works. So you also need to remove block orbs. So you can replace Frankie and Nami with any combination of units that will get rid of block orbs, reduce the crew's cooldown, as well as boosting everyone's affinity, since side characters want to do damage. Now on to 3 random teams. This team uses free-to-play subs, wow, but it uses a rare recruit support. Realistically, you could swap Roger and Law around and then put Corazon on Law. Since I really don't know if this Nami is more popular than Corazon. Like, I don't know how many more people have her. She is a rare recruit though, so theoretically she's available on every Sugo Fest. And you get a lot more golds than you do reds. But then again, there's a lot more golds. As with previous teams, just use Roger Super type, get rid of that Syro barrier. Law does have barrier penetration, so if you set up a combo, you could probably just kill him without getting rid of the barrier. Redundancy here with Rayleigh and Mihawk. Rayleigh boosts the chain, but Mihawk locks it. Also, Vasco's shot really just removing the silence, does nothing else for the team. Rayleigh and the Nami support are for bind, which gets added later on. Now, I also made a mistake on this team. Either bring a Friend Captain Robin, since Friend Captain Robin will have defense down conditional boost, which Koala does not provide because the captain is not free spirit in this case. So you either replace Koala or you search for a Friend Captain Robin. Yep. Shank's crew provides chain lock, so you don't have to get rid of this coefficient down. Germa is boosted, though only their stats, they do not have their rainbow affinity thing. Chopper only getting rid of the attack down, I think. That's the only debuff I see. Maybe he does something later on, I don't remember what this one does. Actually, this one might put up a blue shield later on. So yeah, Sanji and Nami support just get around that. Again, if you had Friend Captain Robin here, you would have had a conditional boost. Or if Koala actually did her job. Finally, another mess. Okay, this. Ooh. Trying to go for as many dislikes as possible here with many team building mistakes. It really is. Okay, I can't speak. This team really does not have many mistakes, however. I just did special order and I just put a pig on this team, which causes me to not have enough HP for Kuja Pirates. Requirement, I guess. So, in this video, I think I launched Kuja before Luffy. You want to launch Luffy first. This team gets around the additional gimmick later on. The gimmick being that you get specials rewinded by 1, which Luffy's super type will get around. Cracker, I was checking earlier to see which requirement did which, and you do not need. Okay, this is gonna sound very weird if you don't know what Cracker does. So essentially, Cracker, your captain wants to have 2 classes that fit his special. Sugar only fits one of them, but you only need her to have one of them since that's the affinity boost. And you don't need the chain boost part because it conflicts with Luffy. It is slightly better than Luffy's, but you really don't need it. You might want to fish for matching orbs on the first stage so you can kill this quicker, and to keep your HP since Kucha Pirates wants HP. Again, replace the pig with a unit with a lot of HP or anyone that you think will fit here. So maybe super type Law, he just adds more damage, but his cooldown will not get reduced by Luffy. So he won't work later on if you're planning to use super type Law. Yeah, just remember to use Luffy special before Kucha Pirates.